What a great way to start things off. We have got the heavyweights here at the Shaw Conference Center. Let's go into the ring and Dean Panis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Jared Kilkenny.
Well, there's a look at Jared Kilkenny. This guy is one big dude, Ken. One thing about Jared Kilkenny, he has got a lot of power. He is undefeated as a heavyweight out of Calgary, and the last time we saw him, he really put something together against Nick Dragic, a fight that everybody saw right here on Sportsnet.
Well, he sure did. He looked fantastic in his last fight. Not just good, but fantastic. The last fight was a great one, toe-to-toe. Both of them went down 2-3 times, and Kilkenny prevailed in that fight. It was just a great fight.
Yeah, Jared Kilkenny wasn't sure if he was actually going to win that fight against Nick Dragic, but Dragic probably made a couple of errors that he shouldn't have, and when you're in the ring with the big men, you cannot make mistakes.
And his opponent, Rob Nichols.
Well, here's an interesting story, Ken. We both know Rob Nichols. We know that he is a guy that is very dedicated to the sport of boxing, just recently got back into the sport so far. He, too, has done very, very well with 3 knockouts to his record, but he's a very calculated guy.
Well, he certainly is. He's a good puncher with either hand, and he's a very, very good trainer. Trains hard, always in shape. Looks to fight anybody he can, whenever he can. So I'm really excited to take a look at Rob, see how he's come along and how he's doing on his trail to the top.
Well, after Jared Kilkenny knocked out Nick Dragic in December, I'll tell you what, it was Kilkenny who called out Rob Nichols. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. And you're going to see the difference in height right there. 6'4" for Jared Kilkenny to 6 feet tall for Rob Nichols. The other big thing is the weight, 270 to 220 pounds. So this is a very, very tough fight for Rob Nichols. Let's get the particulars. Here's Dean Panis.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the heavyweight division. The man in charge when the bell rings is your referee, Mr. Claude Casson. Introducing first to my right in the blue corner. He weighed in at 271.8 pounds, wearing the red trunks with black trim. He comes in with a professional boxing record of 4 victories, 0 losses, and 2 draws. From Calgary, Alberta, Jared the Kill Shot Kilkenny. And introducing his opponent to my left in the red corner. He weighed in at 214.2 pounds, wearing the black trunks with white trim. He comes in with a professional boxing record of 5 victories, 1 loss, and no draws. From Edmonton, Alberta, Rob Nichols.
Hey guys, I'll give you a section digestion room. Clean fight, keep it clean. This is my command all the time. This is good, this is good. Duck, shut up, come back at the bell.
That is our referee, Claude Casson, who'll be taking care of these 2 big men as they get things underway. Jared Kilkenny, undefeated as a heavyweight. He wants to compete for the Canadian Heavyweight Championship, and he says that he's got to beat guys like Rob Nichols if he's ever going to reach that height in his career, Ken. And you know one thing's for certain, it's kind of like a David versus Goliath setup here, Kenny. Rob Nichols has got to be very careful because Kilkenny has a lot of power.
Well, he certainly does, and you can see how Rob started this fight. Rob's going to give him the movement. Rob's going to give him the bang, 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 in and out. And he's going to make big Kilkenny work for them big shots he's got.
Well, Rob Nichols as well has lost a lot of weight since he came back and got into professional boxing again. He left the sport for a while, and he's been working really, really hard in the gym trying to lose weight, and he's down to like 220 as he weighed in for this fight. So he's giving up 40-some pounds against Kilkenny, and I think really for Rob Nichols, he'd even like to drop down into that cruiserweight division if he could do it.
Well, that's where I know Rob from, is the cruiserweight division. But, you know, he holds that 220 well. There's a couple real good body shots. Real good body shots. And whenever you see a guy smile like that after he gets hit to the body, that's usually telling you, hey, I could feel him a little bit. I could feel him a little bit.
Well, almost Rocky-like punches to the body by Rob Nichols, and you got to figure that those eventually got to take their toll on big Jared Kilkenny.
Well, see, what Kilkenny's got to do is he's got to start matching that jab, because if you don't match the jab, then Nichols will start to get in more punches after the jab. So he's got to start sticking that jab out like a Lennox Lewis, like that, but pop it out there not so hard with more speed, because if he doesn't do that, he's going to open the door on himself to get hit with a barrage of different punches. He's got to establish his jab.
Nichols doing a good job of concentrating to the open part of the body of Kilkenny, and there's Kilkenny with a good 1-2 shot. And that's one thing that we saw from Kilkenny, Ken, against Nick Dragic, is that he allowed Dragic to hit him quite a bit, just like he is allowing Nichols to do so. But then it was Kilkenny coming up with just those big hooks and right hands that ended up dropping. There's another good right hand by Kilkenny right there, but it almost seems like it's part of his repertoire or strategy to fool the opponent.
Well, it is. He trying to put Rob Nichols to sleep here, acting like he's not doing nothing, and then boom, jump into some big right hand or big left hook. But what Rob Nichols is doing is Rob's trying to use the speed on him. There's a nice little feint, and he's outspeeding Kilkenny right now. Jab into the body, then going back up the head with a quick jab. Everything Rob Nichols is doing is behind a jab, and it should be the other way around. The big Kilkenny should be sticking his jab out, catching him with all kind of jabs to keep it going for himself.
Well, there you go. Seconds to go in round number 1, and good work by Rob Nichols, as he's been basically the aggressor here in round number 1. Let's take a look at some of the action from that first round, and there you see some of the punching power from Jared Kilkenny knocking Nichols back, but Nichols very diligent with going hard and aggressive to the body of Jared Kilkenny, and you have to be impressed by that, Ken. Very calculated, like we said at the beginning of the fight. Rob Nichols is a smart heavyweight.
Well, he is, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to expose Kilkenny with speed and defense, keeping his hands up and being away from the punches when Kilkenny's throwing, counter punching him, leading with his own jab. Hopefully Kilkenny's corner told him to start sticking that jab or just keep in his face, bother him with that jab, because if you don't, Rob Nichols is going to come on with a bunch of different combinations, and it's not going to be good for Kilkenny.
Well, we heard in between rounds from the Kilkenny corner that they want him to get busier. They need him to get busier because they weren't impressed with his first round there. And then, of course, I know that the Nichols corner, they have to be very happy with the way that he has moved around the big mountain, Jared Kilkenny. Quite simply, this is the strategy that's working right now in favor of Rob Nichols.
Well, you see Rob's wiggling back and forth, so he's always keeping moving, and he's a little bit faster than Kilkenny. See that move? Kilkenny couldn't even throw a puncher because Rob's putting him off with movement. Little feints, little bit of movements, and there he is. See, this is the kind of fight Kilkenny wants to be close to Nichols. That's where he should be, or he should be jabbing him. If he's not doing either one, then he's letting Nichols take over.
Good jab right there by Rob Nichols. Kilkenny comes back with a jab of his own, but Nichols is working hard on the uppercuts, trying to get through the defense of Kilkenny, and he's having some success.
Look at this, he's picking away at him. All Rob Nichols is doing is a masterful job at picking away and keeping his hands up and then pulling away and coming back with a jab to the body or a jab to the head and getting things going like right there.
Couple of big right hands, Kenny, by Rob Nichols, who's having a lot of success this round getting through the defense of Jared Kilkenny, and it almost seems to me like, Ken, as if Kilkenny's he's very tired. He's not moving. He's not really doing anything against Nichols.
Well, that's what happens in boxing. Speed kills. Nichols is using his speed and good movement.
Oh, a thunderous right hand that it catches the chin of the big man, Jared Kilkenny. Just take a look at it in our Sportsnet replay, and it drops him to one knee. So the big tree out of Calgary goes down. And
that was right on the chin, right on the chin.
Kilkenny very shaky, Ken.
Yeah, he is, but Rob Nichols has to be smart now. Don't get excited. Big body shot.
Huge body shot that takes down Kilkenny. Right at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see the shot right there, and what a huge shot. And Jared Kilkenny is having a lot of problems getting up. That is it. The fight is over. The fight is over.
Speed always wins. When you got speed, you got everything. Speed and defense can win. The big shots aren't going to score if you got speed.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Ken, you have to be very happy with the workmanlike effort of Rob Nichols. He just simply went to town on the big man, Jared Kilkenny, who took out Nick Dragic, and there's a look at that right hand that did the most amount of damage.
And he did. He went downstairs, back upstairs, downstairs, to the body there, and that was it. When you mix your punches up like that, he's mixing them up really good right now, and he's ready to go downstairs right away.
Just a huge body shot, Ken. Absolutely an incredible victory for Rob Nichols. We'll be back with more right after this. Well, let's take a look at some of the action that caused the big man, Jared Kilkenny, to go down, Ken LaCusta. Just great workmanlike effort by Rob Nichols, and he connected when he had to.
Well, he certainly did. See upstairs there, goes uppercut, goes back upstairs. I mean, he mixed his punches up. Well, you know, you got to give Rob Nichols a lot of credit. He hasn't had a lot of fights, but he's there. He's been a little bit wide when he's throwing his punches, but you know that they're going to come in. They're going to come in a lot shorter than that in the future. But give him a lot of credit. He really hasn't had a lot of fights, but he's fighting like a veteran. He's fighting smart, and he gets all of his body and gets his stance down before he throws that body shot.
Well, that body shot was a killer. That ended the fight, and Jared Kilkenny still with a smile on his face, and that man right there has to be extremely, extremely happy. Let's go to our ring announcer, Dean Panis.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Claude Casson stops his bout at 2 minutes, 46 seconds of the second round. Your winner by knockout, Rob Nichols.
Great victory for Rob Nichols.